Hello back to the KPop channel. BTS Jungkook has recently been back in the media spotlight, but this time it wasn't for his music or entertainment achievements. News of the property value of his house in the elite Itaewon neighborhood, which has seen a significant increase in the past 4 years, was the topic of much discussion. The house that Jungkook bought in December 2020 for 7.63 billion won is now rumored to be worth up to 10 billion won. The fact that the property is in the final stages of construction after his old house was torn down further strengthens the public's fascination with this news. The property is located in Itaewon Hill, one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in Seoul, which is known to have very high property prices. However, the public's attention was not only drawn to the prestigious location, but to the rapid increase in the value of Jungkook's assets. Amidst the increasing chatter about this, speculation arose that this news was deliberately publicized by his agency, HYBE. There is a strong suspicion among netizens that HYBE deliberately released this information to distract the public. Why is that? Because, a few days before the news of this property appeared, Jungkook had given light support to the girl group NewJeans, which is under ADOR, a subsidiary of HYBE. This was considered by some to be too risky a move for a BTS member, considering BTS and NewJeans have different and sometimes competing fan bases. In a conspiracy theory that developed on social media, many believed that HYBE released the news about Jungkook's property to cover up or distract from the issue of his support for NewJeans. Netizens felt that there was an attempt to provoke a negative reaction from the public towards Jungkook's rising asset value, hoping that the news would cover up the conversation surrounding his support for other groups within the company. However, this effort was counterproductive. Many BTS fans, known as ARMY, responded sarcastically to the move. They felt there was no need for HYBE to disclose personal information about their artists' wealth or investments, especially since Jungkook himself is known to be very private. For fans, this move was deemed inappropriate and disrespectful to Jungkook's desire to keep certain aspects of his life private. Meanwhile, the discussion around the relationship between artists and agencies has come up again. Does a major artist like Jungkook have the right to have complete control over the personal information that is made public, or does the agency have the right to capitalize on their artist's popularity in a way that is deemed beneficial to the company? These questions resonate among fans and industry watchers alike. It is undeniable that every step taken by a BTS member is always in the spotlight, both on the positive and negative sides. However, this time the situation has sparked more debate about the boundaries between an artist's personal life and the commercial interests of their agency. Even more so, when the public realized that this news might have a deeper agenda than just property information. At the end of the day, Jungkook remains one of the most influential K-pop stars in the world, and anything related to him will always make news. However, this case also reminds us that behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, there are complex relationships between artists, agencies, and the public that don't always run smoothly. Netizens are not likely to stay silent, especially when they feel there is a hidden agenda behind every move made by the agency.